Are you ready? Would you like a mood cord? You can have a mood cord.
Okay, we'll have mine.
Right, off you go.
It says him, you can't even see it.
When Chapman Billy's... Oh, hang on. The Tale of Tam O'Shanter.
Was that the wrong?
Yeah, it threw me off a bit.
What do you want?
Media.
More like
Media.
medieval, yeah, Mexican sheriff. So, this is the Tale of Tam O'Shanter, and as a brief intro, because I understand not many people are going to understand what I say, I asked Rachel earlier if she understood. So,
This is because Rachel doesn't listen to Ethan.
might be something to do with that. So, they might listen now. So, Tam O'Shanter, Tam is from Ayr, and he is a lad. He's got a wife called Kate, and he gets drunk all the time.
Hey!
He's terrible. And this is the story of him one night getting drunk, and he rides through the storm on the way home. And
what's he riding? A horse?
Camel.
Called Meg.
Oh,
A camel
Meg.
Horse is
called
called
Meg.
Meg. It's a pretty mare. Very important in this story. And so first the intro, and then I'll pause various bits so people can catch up, to explain. Otherwise, we'll just get lost. So yes, beginning is it's in the town, and the night's drawing in, and it gives a bit of background and things. So Tam O'Shanter. When Chapman Billies leave the street and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, getting foo and unco happy, we think now the long Scots miles, the moss's waters, slaps and stiles that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, solemn dame, gathering her brows like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth found honest Tam O'Shanter, as he frae Ayr a night did canter, old Ayr, when now a town surpasses for honest men and bonny lasses. Well, Tam, hadst thou been so wise as to take thy ain Kate's advice, she told thee thou was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken blellum, that frae November till October, in market day thou wasna sober. That ilka melder with the miller, thou sat as long as thou had siller. That every naig was ca'd a shoe on, the smith and thee got rotten foo on. That at the laird's house, even on Sunday, thou drank with Cart and Jean till Monday. She prophesied that late or soon thou would be found deep in Doon. Doon is the river by the Ayr, or catch the warlocks in the murk by Alloway's old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames, it gars me great to think how many counsels sweet, how many lengthened sage advises the husband frae the wife despises. But to our tale. A market night, Tam had got planted, unco right. Passed by an ingle, pleasing finely, where reaming saints they drank divinely, and at his elbow stood Johnny, his ancient trusty drafty crony. That loved him like a brother. They'd been food for weeks together. The night drave on with songs and clatter, and the ale was growing better. The landlady and the Tam grew gracious, with favours secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories. The landlord's laugh was ready chorus. The storm without might rear and rustle, but Tam didn't mind the storm or whistle. Care, mad to see a man sae happy, e'en drooned himself on man and nappy. As bees flee with lades of treasure, the minutes winged their ways with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious, o'er the ills of life victorious. But pleasures are like poppies spread, you seize the flower, its bloom is shed, or like the snow falls in the river, a moment white and melts forever. Or like the borealis race, that flit ere you can point their place, or like the rainbow's lovely form, vanishing amid the storm. Nae man can tether time nor tide, the hour approaches, Tam maun ride. That hour o' night, black arch, the key stain, that dreary hour, he mounts his beast in, and sick a night he tacks the road in, as near poor sinner was abroad in. The wind blew as 'twad blown its last, the rattling showers rose a blast, the speedy gleams the darkness swallowed, loud deep and lang the thunder bellowed. That night a child might understand the deal had business on his hand. Wheel mounted on his grey mare Meg, a better never lifted leg, cam Selpit through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire. Whilst holding fast his good blue bonnet, crooning over Small's Scots sonnet, whilst glowering round with prudent cares, lest bowls catch him unawares. Kirkalloway was drawing nigh, where ghasts and hoolits nightly cry. By this time he was crossed the ford, where in the snow the chapman smored, past the Burks and Meeklestane, where drunken Charlie breaks net bane, and through the winds and by the cairn, where hunters find a murdered bairn, and near the thorn aboon the well, where Mungo's mother hanged herself. Before him Doon pours down all his floods, the storming storm roars through the woods, the lightnings flash from pole to pole, and near and more near the thunder rolls. When glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirkalloway seemed in a blaze. Through ilka bore the beams were dancing, and loud resounded mirth and dancing. Cool, so he's plastered on his horse, he's pissing rain, and he's riding past all these places where, well, pretty bad things have happened, mostly deaths and dead children and stuff. Anyway, he's gone to the church, Kirkalloway, which is actually the church where Robbie Burns' father was buried at. And it's all alight. And there's a party going on inside, people dancing and laughter. And so, next bit describes what he sees. You should look out for the devil.
Right.
Deal.
The Deal.
Deal.
His name, and this is Old Nick. And there's also a pretty witch called Nanny, or Cutty Sark, and he goes to some length to describe just how short her night skirt is. The candles on like that. Anyway. Inspiring bold, John Barleycorn, what dangers thou cast make us scorn. With tippenny we fear nae evil, we're whisky we face the devil. The swats the reamed in Tam's noddle, fair play he cared kneel the deals of boggle. But Maggie stood, right sair astonished, till by the heel and hand and munch she ventured forward on the light, and wow, Tam saw an unco sight. Warlocks and witches in a dance, nae cotty lawn, new frae France, but hornpipes, jigs, strathspeys and reels, put life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker in the east, there sat Old Nick in shape of beast. A towsy tyke, black grim and large, to gie them music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and gave them gurl, till the roofters and rafters all did dirl. Coffins stood open like open presses that showed the dead in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip slight, each in his cold hand held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the haly table a murderer's bane in gibbet arms, twa spun long with unchristened bairns, a thief new cutted frae a rape, with his last gasp his gaboded gape. 5 tomahawks with blood red rusted, 5 scimitars with murder crusted, a garter which a babe had strangled, a knife a father's throat had mangled, whom his ain son of life bereft, the grey hairs yet stuck to the heft. With mair of horrible and awful, which even to name would be unawful. As Tammy glowered, amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious. The piper louder, louder blew, the dancers quicker, quicker flew, they reeled, they set, they crossed, they cleek it to ilka carlin swat and Mika, and kissed her duddies to the work, and link it at it in her sark. Now, Tam, had they been queens, a plump and strapping in their teens, their sarks, instead of creechy flannin, been snaw white 1700 linen, their breeks o' mine, my only pair, that aince were plush a good blue hair, I would hae ha'en them off my gardies, for ae blinker ae bonny birdies. But withered bedlams, old and droll, rig-woody hags, with speen a foal, louping and flinging on a crummock, I wonder didna turn the stomach. But Tam kent what was what for brawly. There was a winsome wench and Wally that night enlisted in the corps, lang after kenned on Carrick's shore. For mony a beast to dead she shot, and perished mony a bonny boat, and shook baith meikle corn and beer, and kept the countryside in fear. Her cutty sark, o' paisley harm, that while the lassie she had worn, in longitude though sorely scanty, it was her best and she was wonty. Ah, little ken thy reverend granny, that sarkie she croft for her wee nanny. With twa poon Scots, 'twas all her riches, would ever have graced the dance of witches. But here my muse, her wing moncour, sick flights are far beyond her power, to sing how Nanny lap and flang, a supple jade she was, and strang, and how Tam stood like ane bewitched, and thought his very ain enriched. Even Satan glowered and fidget and foo, and hotched and blew a might and main, till first they caper, sin together, Tam tint his reason altogether, and roars out, "Well done, cutty sark!" And in an instant, all was dark. So, he's basically seen this witch, and he's kind of still a bit plastered, and he shouts, "Go on yourself, pretty witch," and the lights go in the church.
She's super hot going in.
Aye, yeah. Like half that like section was just how short it was.
Well hot.
Well hot. Anyway, scarcely had he Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied, as bees bout with angry fyke, when plundered herds assail their bike, as open pussy's mortal foes, when pop she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd, when catch the thief resounds aloud, so Maggie runs. The witches follow, with money and eldritch screech and hollow. Ah Tam, they'll get thy farin, in hell they'll roast you like a herring. In vain thy Kate awaits thee coming, Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and win the key stain o' the brig. That's the middle of the bridge when you build it.
Yeah,
Keystone.
The keystone, right, okay.
Because bad things can't cross running water. There at them died thy tail may toss, a running stream they dare not cross, but ere the key stain she had to make, and faint a tail she had to shake, for Nanny, far from before the rest, hard upon Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle, but little wist she Maggie's mettle. A spring brought off her master's hail, but left behind her grey tail. The carlin caught her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. Now why this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son pack heed, when ere to drink you are inclined, where cutty sarks run in your mind. Think ye may buy the joys for dear, remember Tam O'Shanter's prayer.
Yay! Well done.
Oh, poor Meg.
It does sound a bit like you got ring.